I'm gonna be reading you the book How Many Trees. First page, just a picture of trees. How many trees make a forest? I know. 1,500 trees. I know because I'm the king of the forest. You know nothing. I know how many trees make a forest. 500 trees. My favourite tree is an oak tree. No, maybe an olive tree. I like lemon trees too. I'm the king, so I decide which tree is the best. No, you don't, and I've changed my mind. My favourite tree is an apple tree. You both know nothing. I know how many trees make a forest. And then in the corner it says, me, I know. "85 trees. That's enough to play hide and seek in the shallows." I'm the king, so I know best. It's 1,500 trees. No, it's 500 trees. Does anyone want to play hide and seek? You know you are all wrong. I know how many trees make a forest. And then in the corner it says, hello, I said I know. "40 trees. That's enough to hide from the hunter. Or maybe 60 trees is better. The hunter is clever, so I think 80 trees. "The forest is my kingdom. I decide everything." No, you don't. You're too small to play hide and seek. How rude. I'm very good at hiding. The hunter has never found me. Excuse me, I know how many trees make a forest. And in the corner it says, no, I know. "4 trees. One for spring, one for summer, one for autumn, and one for winter." No, you're all wrong. Listen to me. And it's a wee ant in the corner. It's kind of hard to see that, but it's a wee ant. The answer is 1 tree makes a forest, because even the biggest forest starts with a seed from 1 tree. Wow, amazing. I didn't know that. Seeds are my new favourite thing. And you're clever enough to be the king for one day. I love this trees and seed story. Me too, but what came first? The seeds or the tree? And then that's it.
We're going to be reading Rocket Mole. Just going to turn quick. So the first page. Armstrong the mole was fed up with living underground. It was dark, damp and dirty, and a bit boring. But boring is what moles do, laughed his friend Mona. You see, Armstrong was a star-nosed mole. Instead of digging down, he preferred to look up. Wow! He was also a clever and intelligent mole. He built himself a telescope and made some glasses so he could look through it. Armstrong yearned for adventure. One night he tunneled up to the surface to look at the moon. It was amazing, glowing brightly in the night sky. I need some space. That's it, he said to himself. I'm going to go to the moon. Armstrong called a mole meeting to tell his friends. Don't be silly, said Doug. We moles stay underground because it's safe down here. Armstrong didn't care about danger. He was a mole on a mission. I'm boldly going where no mole has gone before. But he soon found that getting a small mammal into orbit wasn't that easy. This is far too short. So near, yet so far. He didn't give up, though. Boom! Ouch. To get to the moon, he would have to think big. Very big. Armstrong worked day and night until he made the biggest rocket any mole had ever built. In fact, it was the only rocket any mole had ever built. Even his friends were impressed as they bravely peeked up above the ground to watch the countdown. It's out of this world. It will be in a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Woohoo! The rocket zoomed into space at incredible speed. And as you can see, there's pictures of the satellites. The journey to the moon was long and dangerous, but floating around in zero gravity was fun, although drinking tea was a bit of a struggle. And the less said about going to the toilet, the better. It says, I love gravity. And then over like this big red thing, and it's a chocolate bar. Right, so then he has, after a few days, Armstrong reached the moon. He leapt out full of excitement. This is one small step for man, one giant leap for a mole. Oops, wrong. Oops. Right. Hooray! He had made it. Armstrong was the first mole on the moon. He felt very proud. He would have patted himself on the back, but his spacesuit was too tight. Armstrong began to explore. He bounced around for a bit, but the novelty soon wore off. The moon was not that different from home and a bit boring. There's just no atmosphere. Suddenly, Armstrong felt very small. Oops, might want to go to the next page. He sat down for a spot of lunch. The world looked so beautiful with its oceans, lands, and fluffy clouds. I miss the earth and I miss my friends, he sighed. He tried to eat his dehydrated cheese sandwich, but he couldn't get it past his space helmet. It's time to go home. Armstrong headed back down to earth. Whee! And landed with a bump. He was about to go underground to find his friends when... Next page. They surprised him. They'd plucked up the courage and adventured above the ground to welcome him home. You're an inspiration to us all, said Maggie. You've shown that if you're brave enough to follow your dreams, anything is possible. Welcome home. It's one giant leap for mole kind, chuckled Armstrong. The welcome home party was brilliant, but Armstrong looked glum. I've been to the moon, now I want to see the world, he said, but it's no fun on my own. Armstrong, the first mole on the moon. His friends already felt bigger and braver. Don't worry, we'll come with you, they all cried. We are not boring anymore. That's it. Armstrong had a great idea. If I recycle the rocket, it might just work. And so Armstrong built an amazing underground boring machine and set out on a brand new adventure, this time with all of his friends on board. Let's go, we've got a whole world to explore. New York, USA. Come on, we're going shopping. Wow. Bonjour, Paris, France. Don't worry, I'm sure it will be perfectly safe up here. Kenya. Have an ice day. Antarctica. Mount Everest, Nepal. Now that's great. Wall, China. The Great Wall of China. India and Australia. This place rocks. And then the last page, it says magnificent mole fact.
I'm going to be asking questions on how many trees the book. Okay, the first question is, if I can get to the page, how many trees did the fox say it took to make a forest? The next question is, how many animals were there? The next question is, what animal was hiding in the bushes? The next question is, who's the king of the forest? And the last question is, how many trees did it actually take to make a forest?
First question that I'm going to ask about the rocket mole is, what was the first page, what was the girl's name? The next question is, what was the main mole's name? The second question is, why did he want to go to the moon? The fourth question is, why do you think he chose to set off now and not earlier? And the last question is, how many moles are there?